Okay, so my name's Roger Dale Brown, and there's a product I want to tell you about that I've been using lately for plein air. And since plein air season's coming up, I just wanted to share this with you. The product is MultiMedia ArtBoard, and it's just a versatile canvas that you can use. And it's real thin, real lightweight, and so when I use this, I love to take it on long trips. So I can get a stack of these little thin artboards, probably 25, 50 in my suitcase. It weighs very little, and you can get a lot of them in there. And so what I do is I just tape them to a piece of birch, and I could paint right on top of this. The great thing about it is you can put different formats on top of this. So you can put linen on it. You can paint it with PVA, which is what I like, or you can paint right on it just plain. It just gives you a different surface quality to your paint. So anyway, PVA is what I like to use, and PVA is just it's a product that in the process of making a canvas. It separates the gesso from the linen so that your oil doesn't seep into the linen, and that'll cause it to erode over years. So it's just a kind of a blocker between oil paint and the linen. But it's also good to paint on, and it's also good to use with this multimedia board. So you could roll it on, and that just kind of gives it a little bit better surface quality for me. It's still a little bit absorbent, which I like, but it's easier to paint on. You can get a nice, good long brush stroke with it. So anyway, so I can show you that real fast how I put this on. PVA, there's a lot of brands that make PVA. I use the Gambling PVA. So let me just get ready real fast here, and I can show you how to roll this on. Okay, so all you need to roll this on your multimedia board is a foam roller, your little paint tray. This is like a half tray you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's. And this is PVA. This is Gambling's version of the PVA. Like I said, there's a lot of makers that make this. It's whatever your preference is. So anyway, so I'm just going to pour a little bit into the tray. And it's real fluid. It's almost like water, so it's going to soak in really good on this. So I'll get my roller nice and saturated, and this is the smooth side of the board. There's a rough side and a smooth side, so you want to get the smooth side, or at least I do. So I like it a little bit more smooth. So, and you just roll it on. You don't have to worry about roller marks or anything like that, because this is it's such a fluid product that you're not going to get brush strokes or roller strokes, anything like that. So I just get the board really saturated, and then that's it. So all you got to do is find a place to put this. It's not going to buckle up on you or anything like that. So just lay it flat till it dries. It should dry overnight. So next I want to show you, so we have, this is just a plain multimedia board. Again, you can paint straight on this without having to put anything on there. It absorbs, so some people like that and some people don't. I kind of like it in certain situations where I'm trying to get a lot of texture, or the illusion of texture in the scene. I'll put a wash on this, and you'll definitely be able to see the texture on there. And then I'll start putting more opaques on top of that. And that gives a nice texture to build, when you're outside. So then there's also, Tom can also mount linen onto the board too, and you can see it's non-buckling, so it just stays right there. It's nice and stiff on it. And this is a Clausen's universal linen, and it's really great. So it's got a little bit of tooth on it. It's not too slick, so it's just a good linen that he puts on there. You could also put your own your favorite linen on there too and mount it yourself. So anyway, so next I just want to show you how it takes the paint, and so let me get set up for that, and we'll do that. So I'm just mixing a little bit of bluish green color. This will be just real simple, real fast. I just want to show you how it takes the paint. So, all right. So, just get the shape of the tree on here. Yeah, that's a little bit translucent, you can see. So it does have a nice little barrier to it. So I'm just adding some yellow into this, some red, and a little bit of blue. And you can see how fluid it is. Takes the paint really well. Now we'll go with a little light pattern. So go a little bit more opaque, a little bit lighter. And just do a little bit of light pattern. So, do a little highlight here. And have to have a trunk on a tree, right? So then we just take that and kind of tamp that all together, and you got a tree. So anyway, you get the point. Really takes the paint really nice. It's just a great product. And for plein air season coming up, you might want to, if you got long trips especially, you might want to consider this. So you can see the roughness with it right there, and that's kind of what you'll get. Yeah. So anyway, that is with the PVA on there. So the next one I'm going to show you is without the PVA. Okay, so this board does not have the PVA on it, and so I want you to see the texture you'll get. Like a lot of times with this board, I'll do a wash underneath. So I want you to see how it takes that. So you can see, you can start seeing a little bit of texture come through. It's really soaking it up really fast. It's a little harder to spread. But you got to use any medium on this: watercolor, gouache, oils. So now you can see the texture coming through, and I kind of like that on some things. So it's going to clear a little spot off on my palette. And so we'll just do another little tree. So a little bit of blue, a little bit of yellow. see that undercoat coming through now, so it'll tint the paint that's going over the top. Okay, so I'll make a little halftone. So just adding some yellow into this. A little bit of red. So this is a little bit more opaque now. And you can still see a little bit of that initial wash coming through. Now we'll go with the most opaque and the light area of the tree, light pattern. And okay. Tree. And just kind of soften that down a little bit. And so anyway, so you can see how that takes it after you put the wash on there. A lot of times I use little dry brushing techniques, and you can use it just right over top. This is so soaked in now that you can still get the dry brushing effect right over the top of it. So it's just a technique I like to use to you know, create some roughness, and maybe in rocks or cliffs or ground planes where there's different grasses and stuff, and a little bit of that initial wash just comes through in that broken color kind of technique. So anyway, I just wanted you to see that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you you know, follow through and try this product out. It's going to be great for plein air and the plein air season coming up. I hope you guys have a blast out there this year. You know, and you know, give Tom Carney a call, give him an email, go to his website. It is MultiMedia ArtBoard.com, and we'll talk to you next time.